Well, the Canadian International Council does one major research report every year, and this year they decided that they wanted to do something on natural resources and perhaps also emphasize natural resources in foreign policy. So when I started, and they asked me if I would write and research the report. So what I did was I went out and talked to as many people as I could. There's something like 160 interviews that went into this, and that's in addition there were conferences. And I went and asked people a fairly general question to start out with, which was just, what could Canada do to better manage its natural resources, and manage in the broadest sense of the word, not just getting them out of the ground and extracting them in a better manner, but over the long term, how could we manage Canada's natural resource wealth much better? And over time, there were various issues that emerged, more than others, and they became the 9 habits of the report, things that other resource producers do that we might think of copying or emulating in some fashion. So that's where this report comes from. In addition to interviewing all these people across Canada, I also looked at a number of other resource producers or countries that have a significant resource sector. So I did go to Australia because that's a nice comparison with Canada. It's also a federation. Resources are very important there. I went to Norway because it comes up again and again as the gold standard in terms of managing its natural resource wealth. I went to Sweden and Finland. And I would have liked to have gone to Chile and Brazil, but we ran out of time and budget. However, I did talk to people who were knowledgeable about those countries. So I really was looking for lessons Canada could learn from other countries as well. Well, when you talk to people outside of the country, you realize fairly quickly that the image that other people have of Canada isn't necessarily the image that we have of ourselves. And the other thing is that current events tend to influence people's impression of Canada. Well, what's been in the news most about Canada most recently is all about the oil sands, the Alberta oil sands, the debate with the US over the Keystone pipeline, and then more recently with the Northern Gateway pipeline. So that is giving Canada a certain image abroad. It's not necessarily the entirely correct image, but that's the image that we're wearing right now.